Joining me now, Missouri Congressman Mark Alford. Congressman, it's a pleasure to have you, and you drew the short straw today, sir. How about it, Congressman? Is there any excuse for any Republican to sit silently by on any of this that is being launched by the Democrats in New York?
Chris, you said it so well, and absolutely no. It is time for everyone to stand up and say exactly what this is. P.T. Barnum would be so proud of Alvin Bragg. He has resurrected the Ringling Brothers Circus. It was front, full face for America to see the lies, the deception, the balancing act that he's trying to go through to weaponize our justice system against former President Donald J. Trump.
Well, Mr. Trump blasting the weaponization of our justice system in a Truth Social post. He wrote, Republicans in Congress should defund the DOJ and the FBI until they come to their senses, end quote. You know, Congressman, we knew of the corruption of the DOJ and the FBI when the disgraced FBI leader, James Comey, listed all of Hillary Clinton's breaches of the law, but then said no reasonable prosecutor would bring charges. Should Americans, two questions here. Should Americans be forced to fund a crooked Department of Injustice and a crooked FBI? And doesn't a top-down restructuring need to happen to purge the political bias out of those institutions?
There's definitely two standards for Americans right now. A standard of justice for the Democrats, a standard of justice for conservative Republicans. We've got to get back to accountability, oversight, and transparency. Jim Jordan is making great moves in that. I think you're going to see some real action in the 118th Congress in trying to right the ship here. Look, we all knew that Jim Comey was lying, basically, when he covered for Hillary Clinton back in 2016. This double standard has got to end. I don't know if defunding is the issue, but we definitely need to transform and get these three-letter agencies back to the jobs that they're intended to do, and that is to impart justice, blind justice, justice for all.
Yeah, and maybe if you shrink the size of government, maybe the 535 individuals that we elect to oversee that government would have a prayer of actually overseeing that government. Last thing here, Congressman. Democrats have set a new standard of justice, a Soviet-style standard. Isn't it fair that some enterprising, conservative, let's say Missouri district attorney, assuming your DAs have concurrent jurisdiction, shouldn't conservative DAs follow Mr. Bragg's example and start targeting Joe Biden for his illegal possession of classified documents and alleged ties to foreign influence peddling, Hillary's illegal homebrew server, and perhaps Mr. Obama's reported pushing of the Trump-Russia collusion hoax? Isn't that fair, Congressman?
It is more than fair. It is justice. We should be going after the crimes that the Democrats have committed just as rigorously as they have been going after these George Soros-funded hack DAs have been going after Republicans and conservatives. And justice can be equal. It can be equal when we start going after them and holding them accountable for the crimes that they have committed, which are far much worse than the 34 misdemeanors that were turned into felonies. And I've got to say this again. I know that this would not have happened if President Trump were not running for re-election. I know that they're going to go after everything they can, from parking tickets to ripping off mattress tags. This is an injustice, and it is abhorrent of what's happening in America.
Congressman Mark Alford, I appreciate the visit, sir. Come back soon. Still ahead on the Chris Salcedo